I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. Donald Trump gave an interview last night that everyone's talking about with Bret Baier on Fox. Bret Baier did an incredible job fact-checking Donald Trump and basically just having Donald Trump confess to crime after crime after crime. And with respect to special counsel Jack Smith's criminal case against Donald Trump, now pending in the Southern District of Florida for the willful retention of national defense information, conspiracy, obstruction of justice, and making false statements, this is evidence. This is not hearsay. Donald Trump is a criminal defendant. There's an exception to hearsay for statements made by a party opponent, and where someone in Donald Trump's position would never be deposed before a criminal trial and would almost certainly, under all normal circumstances, invoke his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. He does indeed have a right to remain silent. Here, Donald Trump just gifted special counsel Jack Smith confession after confession. So I want to show you right now what special counsel Jack Smith is going to do at the criminal trial. He's going to call up these video clips that I'm about to show you as exhibits. And he's going to go, "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to present to you Exhibit A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I." And I'll show you, I'll play the part of special counsel Jack Smith right now, and this is what is going to go down. Ready? "Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, on June 19, 2023, criminal defendant Donald Trump, on his own volition, went on Fox and had an interview with Bret Baier. Here is what went down." Remember, this is in the criminal defendant Donald Trump's own words. Exhibit A, Donald Trump says that even the New York Times said that the National Archives should have begged him for documents back. And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is a confession. He's saying they should have begged him for the documents back that he stole. And let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, of the timeline that going all the way back to May of 2021, after Donald Trump stole these classified records and sensitive compartmented information and other top secret records back in January of 2021, the National Archives did everything it could to ask nicely, to ask politely. But Donald Trump lied to them over and over again, where finally in 2022, the National Archives, on or around February of 2022, had to refer it to the Department of Justice. So ladies and gentlemen, let me play for you Exhibit A.
Please, could we have it back?
And they
please,
asked for that.
Because they have no, we
They
were
did
talking.
ask for it.
No, and
they said,
I gave
"Can you
them
give the
some,
documents back?"
and we were talking.
And then they said they went to DOJ to subpoena you to get them
Which
back.
they've never done before.
Right.
And in
But
all
why not
fairness,
just hand them over then?
because I had boxes. I want to go through the boxes and get all my personal things out. I don't want to hand that over to NARA yet. And I was very busy, as you've sort of seen.
Yeah, but
I've been
according to
very,
the
very
indictment,
busy.
you then tell this aide to move to other locations after telling your lawyers to say you'd fully complied with the subpoena when you hadn't.
But before I send boxes over, I have to take all of my things out. These boxes were interspersed with all sorts of things, golf shirts, clothing, pants, shoes. There were many things. I would say
Iran war plans?
much more, not that I know of, but everything was declassified. And Biden didn't have the right to do that because he wasn't president. Nor did Mike Pence, by the way, have the right to do that because he wasn't president.
All right, I'm not going to.
And here's Exhibit B, where Donald Trump says that he believes he has the right to keep these documents. Again, another admission. Play Exhibit B.
For years, where it was very seriously classified. I have every right to have those boxes. This is purely a Presidential Records Act. This is not a criminal thing. In fact, the New York Times of all had a story just the other day that the only way NARA could ever get this stuff, this back, would be, please, 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 could we have it back?
And they
please,
asked for that.
because they have no. We
They
were
did
talking.
ask for it.
No,
And in Exhibit C that I'm about to play, you all heard from Donald Trump's former Attorney General, Bill Barr. And Donald Trump's own former Attorney General says that Donald Trump had no right to steal these records, that Donald Trump had no right to misappropriate classified records and nuclear codes and other national defense information. But here, Donald Trump calls his own former Attorney General, Bill Barr, a coward. Play this clip.
stuff. And by the way, when Bill Barr, who's, a coward, Bill Barr was a coward. Bill Barr didn't do what he was supposed to do. I fired him, and he has great hatred, and that's okay, because some people do, and some people love me very much. He didn't resign. I asked him, give me a letter immediately, because he didn't have the courage to go after so many different things, and you and I have discussed it before, but he was a coward. And he obviously doesn't like me too much, and there are a lot of people that don't, and there are a lot of people that feel just the opposite.
But on the specific...
And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, let me show you Exhibit D, where Donald Trump tries to both sides the issue and says, well, Biden refused to turn over the boxes when President Biden did turn over the boxes. And here, Donald Trump makes up a set of facts that don't exist to justify the fact that he refused to turn over the documents that he stole. Play the clip.
I'm going to belabor this.
No, but when you look at this, other presidents, when they leave, they take the papers. They have thousands and thousands. Obama had it. Nixon had it. Carter had it. The Bushes had it.
These are super sensitive national security documents.
All right, so I'm sure you'll see real super sensitive that Biden has, because Biden has far more than anybody's ever kept.
And he turned them over when asked.
No, he didn't. He still hasn't given the 1,850 boxes that's stored at the University of Delaware. In fact, they're fighting them in court, and they're fighting them. And
but he opened up for them to look at it.
Excuse me. The boxes from Chinatown, he didn't turn them over. He sent them up to his lawyer in Boston to look at before they handed him over.
And there are special counsels looking at that, and we'll see what comes out of it. But I do want to just end with this. I don't want to dwell on it. But according to...
You should know what that sound means already. That's the best kind of notification. That's the sound of another sale on Shopify, and the moment another business dream becomes a reality. See, Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. Whether you're selling shirts or coffee or cosmetics, honestly, just about anything, Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can focus on successfully growing your business. Shopify covers every sales channel, from an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform. It even lets you sell across social media marketplaces like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Packed with industry-leading tools ready to ignite your growth, Shopify gives you complete control over your business and your brand without having to learn any new skills in design or code. And thanks to 24/7 help and an extensive business course library, Shopify is there to support your success every step of the way. Now, we use Shopify in the MeidasTouch merch store, and it's completely game-changed our business. Like, it allows us to easily manage our shop, view analytics, provide the best customer service, and streamline our entire online shopping experience from A to Z. We wouldn't be able to bring you all the great products that you know and love without Shopify, and honestly, we can't speak more highly enough about them. Now it's your turn to get serious about selling and try Shopify today. This is Possibility powered by Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Meidas, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Meidas to take your business to the next level today. Shopify.com/Meidas.
And ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to show you Exhibit E right now. And on Exhibit E, we've previously have played for you the audio recording. You've heard it for yourself, the audio recording from July 2021, which is in the indictment, where Donald Trump at his resort at Bedminster, New Jersey, is bragging to ghostwriters for a future book by Mark Meadows. Trump is bragging to them about the fact that he has a classified record that he's showing them at this meeting. He's showing them at this meeting talking about war plans against Iran and saying, doesn't that make him better than Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley? And here's what Donald Trump says when confronted with this information by Brett Baier. Play the clip.
I don't want to dwell on it, but according to the indictment, you were here at Bedminster on July 21st, 2021, after you're no longer president, and you were recorded saying that you had a document detailing a plan of attack on another country that was prepared by the U.S. military for you when you were president, the Iran attack plan. You remember that?
Ready?
You were recorded.
It wasn't a document.
Okay.
I had lots of paper. I had copies of newspaper articles. I had copies of magazines.
I know. This is specifically a quote. You're quoted on the recording saying the document was secret, adding that you could have declassified it while you were president, but, quote, now I can't. You know, this is still secret, highly confidential. And the indictment cites the recording and the testimony from people in the room saying you showed it to people there that day. So you say on this on tape.
It says just the opposite.
That you can't declassify it, so why have it?
When I said that I couldn't declassify it now, that's because I wasn't president. I never made any bones about that. When I'm not president, I can't declassify.
And that's what you said. You didn't declassify it.
I said no. I said I couldn't.
Could have
but that wasn't a document, Brett. There was no document. That was a massive amount of papers and everything else talking about Iran and other things. And it may have been held up or may not, but that was not a document. I didn't have a document per se. There was nothing to declassify. These were newspaper stories, magazine stories, and articles.
I'm just saying what the indictment says.
Well,
the recording and the people in the room who testified.
These people are very dishonest people. They're thugs. They're thugs. If you look at what they've done to other people, what they've done to, and overturned in the U.S. Supreme Court, these are thugs.
The suggestion was that you wanted this as evidence that the military, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Milley, had preemptively sent you plans for a possible attack on Iran and that you didn't order that to happen. That's the suggestion.
I never ordered it to happen, no.
But that's why you wanted the document.
I don't think I've ever seen a document from Milley. Milley, frankly, was incompetent. The last one I'd want to attack with as my leader would be Milley. That I can tell you.
All right, last thing on this.
And now I want to show you Exhibit F, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Exhibit F, you will see Donald Trump now says that he believes, his theory is that actually the Department of Justice is planting all of this. That's how it's happening. So what Donald Trump wants you to say is don't believe the text messages of his employees, like Walt Nauta, his co-defendant. Don't believe the photographs. Don't believe all the other witness statements that you've heard. He wants you to just believe his other conspiracy theory here. Play this clip.
Fought in the courts.
It's already been fought.
All right.
There's a decision strongly that you can keep. But I wouldn't have kept. But they raided my house. They came in and raided. We were discussing, having very good discussions with NARA, a radical left group, by the way. And all of a sudden, my house got raided.
Do you know if you still have any highly sensitive government documents?
No, I don't have anything, no.
Okay.
But what I'm concerned about, they took everything, right? I don't know what they took. They could be stuffing it. I don't know what they put in there. And we wanted to be there when they were taking. They wouldn't let anybody in the room. They've never treated a president like this.
And that's fair for you to point out. I guess what this points to is this recording where you said you could have declassified it when you were president. You didn't.
No,
so
I
it's
could
still
have
classified.
when I was president, but there's no document there. Those were newspaper articles.
Okay.
They were copies of articles and magazines. There was no document there. And I couldn't have done it after I was out.
This is.
And here, Exhibit G, Donald Trump again lies and claims that former Vice President Mike Pence didn't turn over boxes. Play this clip.
Your Vice President Mike Pence says he's, quote, deeply troubled by what's in the indictment. And he says, quote, the indictment contains serious charges and I cannot defend what's alleged.
Mike Pence had documents that were classified.
And he turned them over.
No, he didn't turn them over. He got caught. His lawyers found some documents and then he turned them over. Why did he have them? He shouldn't be saying that because he had classified documents. And immediately they said, oh, that's okay. And I suppose it's going to be okay with Biden, too, even though he has them in Chinatown, even though he has them in Delaware, and probably 100 times more than I have.
So you're not worried about this case?
Based on the law, zero. Zero. Presidential Records Act, plus the Clinton case, which was won by Clinton as president because he took tapes of leaders in his socks. Zero.
Okay.
Zero. And every good lawyer has said it, and you've seen that. Every good lawyer has said that.
Obviously, there are others
You know what the
pushback. And
this was a weaponization of politics. This was a weaponization of the White House. This was a horrible thing. A candidate that's leading, I'm leading Biden by a lot, they go out and they weaponize. This is a horrible thing that was done.
Well, let's talk about the politics.
It's never been done.
Let's talk about the politics.
And you've seen this clip before. We played it for you during our opening statement. But here, Exhibit H, I want to show you where Brett Baier plays a montage of Trump's comments about classified material from his 2016 campaign. Play the clip.
This is what you said in 2016 about handling this.
In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law. We also need to fight this battle by collecting intelligence and then protecting our classified secrets. We can't have someone in the Oval Office who doesn't understand the meaning of the word confidential or classified.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you need to find Donald Trump guilty on all 37 counts. End scene. That's what's going to happen. That's what's absolutely going to go down during Donald Trump's trial. It's worth noting also, imagine being Walt Nauta right now, Donald Trump's co-defendant, who was Donald Trump's valet and was the one who would fetch Donald Trump's soda when Trump was in office and then was an aide for Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Think about Walt Nauta watching this. I mean, that hasn't really been talked about enough. Like, imagine you're Walt Nauta seeing Donald Trump further incriminate himself and Nauta realizing that he's going to potentially spend the rest of his life in jail for Donald Trump. I bet you after that Brett Baier interview, special counsel Jack Smith's team, one of the lawyers, I bet you reached out to Walt Nauta's lawyer and basically said, well, this is how it's going to go down. This is what he's going to keep on saying, Trump. So we'll give you a few more days to think about it, but this may be the last time we offer you a deal. So let Walt Nauta know. Anyway, I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. We're almost at 1.5 million subscribers. Thank you so much for watching, and check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, wherever audio podcasts are available. Check out the MeidasTouch podcast as well. Thank you and have a great day.
At MeidasTouch, we are unapologetically pro-democracy, and we demand justice and accountability. That's why we're spreading our message to Convict 45. That's right, gear up right now with your Convict 45 tees and pins at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.